Understanding personal finances is something that affects us all, whether we're aware of it or not. In fact, your financial situation has a direct impact on your future, your opportunities, and even your mental well-being. But what do we really know about the financial reality most people face? Today, we'll be revealing some shocking financial statistics that might just open your eyes to the true state of personal finance. These numbers tell a story of struggles, challenges, and missed opportunities that many are living with, day in and day out. But don't worry, we'll also give you the tools you need to start improving your financial future. Stay tuned and make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on more insights that can help transform your finances for the better. Let's start by looking at the average salary in different regions and countries around the world. In the United States, for example, the average salary sits at about $53,000 per year. However, this number varies dramatically depending on where you live. In cities like New York or San Francisco, this salary can feel like pocket change due to the high cost of living. When you factor in major expenses like rent, utilities, transportation, and healthcare, the salary can quickly be consumed. In contrast, regions with lower costs of living, such as rural areas or parts of Eastern Europe, may see a lower average salary, but the living expenses are much more manageable. The key takeaway here is the gap between income and necessary expenses. For many people, even a seemingly average salary isn't enough to cover the basics, leaving little room for saving or investing. Next, let's dive into savings and emergency funds, or rather, the lack thereof. A recent survey found that nearly 40% of Americans have less than $1,000 in savings. That means almost half of the population could not cover an unexpected expense, like a car repair or medical bill, without going into debt. This is even more concerning when you realize that financial experts recommend having at least 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in an emergency fund. Many people are living paycheck to paycheck, barely making ends meet, and this puts them at significant risk when unexpected financial emergencies arise. The lack of a safety net can lead to stress, anxiety, and a feeling of being trapped in a cycle that's hard to escape. Building an emergency fund is not just a financial best practice, it's an essential step to achieving financial security and peace of mind. Now, let's talk about debt, a heavy burden that millions of people carry. On average, Americans owe around $90,000 in total debt, which includes credit card balances, student loans, and mortgages. The largest contributor to this figure is usually a mortgage, but student loans and credit card debt are also significant concerns. The problem with debt is that it doesn't just disappear, it grows over time, particularly with high-interest credit card debt, which can compound quickly. For example, if you have $10,000 in credit card debt with an interest rate of 18%, you could end up paying well over $20,000 just to pay it off over several years. This means many people are not just paying off the principal amount they owe, but are also constantly battling against rising interest payments. The psychological toll of debt is also significant. Constant worry, stress, and anxiety about money can have lasting impacts on both mental and physical health. It can feel like a never-ending cycle, making it harder to save, invest, or plan for the future. Moving on to retirement, this is where things get even more alarming. The majority of Americans are woefully unprepared for retirement. In fact, nearly half of working adults have less than $25,000 saved for retirement. When you consider that the average life expectancy is nearing 80 years, this presents a serious problem. How will someone sustain themselves financially without a steady paycheck in their later years if they've barely saved anything? The key to addressing this issue is starting early, as the concept of compound interest can work wonders if given enough time. For example, if you invest $200 a month at an average return of 7%, you could accumulate over $1 million in 40 years. However, many people wait too long to begin saving, or they're discouraged by how little they can put away each month. Without sufficient retirement savings, many will rely on Social Security or face financial insecurity during their retirement years. On top of saving for retirement, many people are also missing out on the wealth-building power of investing. A recent survey revealed that around 55% of Americans do not invest in the stock market, and many who do invest only put their money in low-risk, low-reward options like savings accounts. This hesitancy often stems from a lack of financial literacy. The majority of people don't understand the basics of investing, such as how the stock market works, the benefits of real estate investment, or the potential of compound growth. This lack of knowledge can result in missed opportunities for long-term wealth accumulation. To build real wealth, it's crucial to make smarter financial decisions, like diversifying investments and taking calculated risks. Financial literacy is the key to unlocking these opportunities, allowing individuals to move beyond saving and into investing, thus working towards financial freedom and security. Inflation is another key factor that's impacting the financial situation of the average person. While salaries may remain stagnant, prices for goods and services continue to rise. This erodes the purchasing power of every dollar earned. For example, in the past decade, the cost of essentials like food, gas, and healthcare has skyrocketed, often outpacing wage increases. When prices rise faster than wages, the average household is forced to spend more of their income on basic needs, leaving less room for savings or investments. For many, this means tightening the belt, cutting back on discretionary spending, and making difficult choices about what they can afford. The impact of inflation is especially hard on those without a sufficient emergency fund or long-term savings, as rising costs put a strain on daily life and make it harder to get ahead financially. These statistics paint a concerning picture of the financial challenges faced by the average person. When you combine the burden of debt, the lack of retirement savings, and the rising cost of living, it's clear that many people are struggling to achieve financial freedom. But these challenges don't mean that financial freedom is impossible. It simply means that we must be more intentional about our financial decisions. The importance of budgeting, planning, and financial education cannot be overstated. By actively tracking your spending, setting financial goals, and educating yourself about personal finance, you can begin to close the gap between where you are and where you want to be. Financial freedom requires discipline, patience, and a willingness to invest in your future. Now is the time to take control of your finances, break free from the cycle of debt, and start building wealth for tomorrow. To recap, the statistics we've discussed today reveal the stark reality of the average person's financial situation. From low savings rates to overwhelming debt, it's clear that most people are not prepared for the future. However, by understanding these challenges, we can take proactive steps to improve our financial outlook. Remember, the key to a secure financial future lies in education, discipline, and a commitment to making smarter decisions with your money. Don't wait until tomorrow. Start today by building your savings, reducing your debt, and investing in your future. If you found these insights helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more content that can help you take charge of your finances and achieve the financial freedom you deserve.